And then the last thing, the NBA. LeBron
wins his 4th MVP with his 3rd team.
Yeah, fourth MVP. Was he Finals MVP each time he won?
This is his 4th NBA championship overall, his 4th MVP overall, or Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his 3rd team. Obviously, he got the back-to-back with Miami. Then he beat.
No, did he?
Yeah, he got back-to-back.
No. I thought didn't they lose to the Spurs and
no,
win?
Oh no, I'm just talking about the actual championships. No, he went to what was it, 9 straight NBA championships in a row?
No, but I thought
no, he lost to in Miami he lost to the Mavericks first.
Mavericks,
Then it was back-to-back, and then he lost to.
No, dude, I thought no. They lost to the Mavericks, then they beat the Thunder, then they lost to the Spurs, then they beat the Spurs.
No, he had back-to-backs.
So they beat the Spurs, then they lost to the Spurs?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. He won back-to-back. Because I remember that was one of the big things that they talked about was because they beat. Yeah, you're right. They lost to the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lost to. Then they beat the Thunder, and then they beat the Spurs. Let me see right here. 4 times NBA champion, 2012, 2013, 2016, 2020. So yeah, it was back.
Okay, back-to-back.
Back.
Yeah.
Then,
so he becomes the 3rd player to win with 3 different teams. Danny Green is with the Lakers, right?
Is he? I thought he was He was the first one to win.
No. Robert Horry.
No. Okay, so
is one of the first.
To win the one. No, James is the only player in NBA history to have won the final MVP award with 3 different teams, and the 4th player to become NBA champion with 3 different franchises.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's the first one to win the MVP, but he's
not the first to win with 3 different teams.
No, not the first.
Robert Horry is one of them. Someone asked this question earlier in the group, and I had it in front of me, but some guy, Stan something.
Hold on, does it? So why do they say it right here?
Probably before integration.
Yeah, they linked it over here, but they had a link to it, but it doesn't say say who the other ones are. But
I'll find it. It's Robert Horry and John Saley.
Okay.
Sally. I think Danny Green's the Lakers, which would make Danny Green another one as well. That was one with 3 different teams.
So this sparked the conversation. We weren't really going to talk about it. How big are you on basketball? Like how big?
I actually, I watch quite a bit when the Hawks are playing. And then in the playoffs, if the Hawks are not there, I usually watch the conference finals and the actual finals itself. Okay. This year, however, I don't know. I just wasn't. I think I'm not used to it being in October. At this point, I'm really in baseball mode, and football mode. But also,
they messed with your transition.
Exactly. Yeah.
Basketball and baseball.
I really just wasn't in the mood for basketball as well.
Yeah, I feel you.
So this year I just wasn't paying attention.
It sparked a conversation with my friend, and I agreed with his assessment, where he says people can stop having the LeBron James versus Michael Jordan argument, because you can say that Michael Jordan is the Tom Brady of the NBA, and LeBron James is actually the Peyton Manning. Because like Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, he won 6 championships, but he won one in the same team the whole entire time. And then 2, he won it with arguably one of the greatest NBA coaches of all time, Phil Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He didn't, and then he also.
I'll say he is the greatest.
I'll
say Phil Jackson is the greatest NBA coach.
Phil Jackson is the greatest. So, and it's not like he was getting to NBA championships prior to really getting the team that he needed around him, right? Like he didn't really get propelled to success until he got Pippen, and then was Rodman part of all 6, or he was just part of the team?
No, Rodman won 2, I think, with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Rodman won it before with Detroit, with
No, I didn't
Pistons.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never knew. You only think about Rodman with the Bulls.
Yeah. I I have to disagree a little.
Okay.
We're saying that you only want to when they got the weapons around them. Yes, that's true. However, it was clear from the start that Jordan was the
No,
reason
no.
the Bulls were even relevant at all.
Oh no,
Because
that's definitely the truth. But
yeah,
he heavily needed those pieces. And LeBron James, don't get me wrong, he's had help.
but we saw what happened with the Bulls um, um, when Jordan left, right, to play baseball for a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Like the Bulls, they made it back to the playoffs. I think they made it back to like the Eastern Championship, but they definitely didn't have
They were
that
missing him.
step.
They were missing him. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And it's kind of like the Patriots. Say what you say. You're missing a quarterback like Tom Brady
I
because
actually
look what
believe
happens
that
when Cam Newton's
I
not
actually
around.
believe that the Patriots could win a Super Bowl without
But
Tom Brady.
that depends on the quarterback.
I no, I think had Tom Brady been suspended for the entire season,
You think they would have made it?
and you have Garoppolo and Brissett behind them, I think Belichick is that good a coach that they would have made the playoffs and could possibly have won it all. I know it's a crazy thing to say,
I
absolutely
will
crazy.
disagree with that
But
one because of the fact that who was at the receiving end of the Super Bowl.
no, that's true.
I,
That's
I
us
hate to believe that we would lose the Super Bowl to
to
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
But anyway, so it's kind of like that. So
Mm.
take away all the shit you just talked about. Like just let's just say that let's just say it's because of Bill Belichick, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You take them out. Like I said, you put Cam Newton in there. It's different, right? It's a different story than putting in the guy they have now. Well, who was the guy that took over for Cam Newton? Whatever his name is.
Yeah, I
I
don't
forgot.
know.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's somebody who was around for Hoyer.
Oh God, Brian
They're not
Hoyer.
gonna win with Hoyer. So it's kind of like the same thing with Jordan, right? Yeah, you had Jordan. Jordan, he's still able to. They're still able to be successful without him, but they weren't able to be completely successful, i.e., win the NBA championships. So it's kind of like that's Michael Jordan. LeBron James, say what you say, he's brought teams of nobodies to NBA championship games.
True, except he was with the Lakers last year. Don't forget, and they didn't get here without adding pieces like
No,
Anthony
that's true.
Davis.
That's not I'm talking about now, but I'm talking about before that. Remember, the reason he left to Miami was because the Cleveland Cavaliers were not giving him what he needed, which was people to help him, right? So, but he still took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA championship at one point. It was by himself. He just lost.
No. Was it NBA or was it Eastern?
Was it just the Eastern Conference? I thought he actually took them to the.
I know they got swept somewhere. Was it the NBA championship? If he did, that's impressive.
I maybe you might be right. It might be the MVP season. He might have just took them to
the Eastern Championship.
Let me see how many MVP finals. But he's played in. I'm not even about to looking that up because he's played so many damn NBA
finals.
NBA finals. There's no point in me even looking that up. It's gonna be like 10, and that's the last 10. He's played in the what? The last.
He's been in the last. No, because the LA.
No, last year he wasn't in it.
The last year wasn't in it, but before that he had been in like 8 straight conference championships.
So that means he's been
8
in
straight
10
finals, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been in 9 out of the last 10.
Yeah, so he definitely didn't make the finals of the Cavs then because he was in 8 straight finals. The 4 in the Heat
Miami?
and the 4 in Cleveland.
No, that's. But remember, he was playing like so many damn years. I swear there's at one point that he did. We're gonna have to correct that.
But
that's wrong.
He had 4 years with Cleveland, right? And in those 4 years he won the he had 4 more years with Cleveland after Miami, and in those 4 years he won the NBA title once. But they faced off against the Warriors 4 times, right? So that would be your 8 finals: the 4 with Miami and the 4 with Cleveland.
So if my math is wrong,
if your math is right,
yeah, it says right here he has competed in 10 NBA finals, including
10. Okay.
Including 8 consecutive with the Cavaliers, and then this is the 9th one, right? So that means
you said 10.
No, no, I'm saying this would be the 10th one. So that means the first one was while he was with Cleveland the first
Right.
time.
My
So he
number was 9, so I didn't know it was 10. So if it's 10, then yeah, you would have.
10 and 8 consecutive. So my thing with that is I won't say that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, but I'm sorry, but we can argue that LeBron James, he I can't say he's better than Michael Jordan because that just brings a whole
No,
can of worms.
I
But
think
he
LeBron
is the
James is
big
clearly
man of
top
the
two.
NBA. Huh?
He's clearly top two. That I'm willing to say that. Yeah. As far as like whether it's better than Jordan or not, I mean
And you
that
can
could be
never tell
forever.
because you know what? You could never tell because if Joe Montana had the same rules that Tom Brady has now, you can't say that he probably couldn't have been to 8 Super Bowls and won them all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Dan Marino had the same thing. You don't know, he could have been to a Super Bowl just because it's based on errors, And then a lot of people credit Michael Jordan for the way the rules were made to kind of like not let people get hurt.
So do you think that some people from Jordan's era, like Barkley and you know um, wow, I'm blanking on like Isaiah Thomas and all those people. Actually, they're a little. Isaiah Thomas is a little before Jordan, but anyway, do you think those people, if they were playing by today's rules, where there's a lot more player safety is a lot bigger of a thing, do you think they would do better than LeBron? That's the question I'm trying to ask. Do you think LeBron would not be as good as those guys?
Nah, I don't think it'd be like that. I think he'd still be on par with them.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think just from a work ethic perspective and just what he puts out there, despite the fact that yes, there's like more emphasis on flagrant fouls and all that stuff, I still think he's one of the best athletes I've ever seen. I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking athletes.
Yeah.
And I would say he's even though I'm by no means a basketball aficionado, the same way I am with soccer, just from my limited knowledge of it, I would say he's top 2.
Yeah, I could definitely argue that's one thing that you could definitely argue. But then of course somebody would, what about Kobe? So then it's just like
I mean Kobe at his prime was almost untouchable. I would say Kobe is
top 3.
no. I was gonna say top 5 and then I was hesitating. Definitely top 10.
Okay.
Maybe top 5. Definitely top 10.
Okay. So, anyways, a lot of people hate LeBron James. One of my favorite, remember, one of my top 5 moments was LeBron James actually losing the NBA championship when it was the Dallas Mavericks. But then the other one was, him winning it, going 3-1. So it's just like you always root for the underdog, and then I'm just a huge.
When we did the top 5 thing and 4 of mine were soccer, there's one that should have made an honorable mention that I was actually thinking of. Funny enough, when I was in line to vote on Monday, and it was when they were playing the Spurs, and it was Game 6. I think the Heat were leading 3-2. And it was Game 6, and the Spurs won the Game 6 with a clutch 3 by Ray Allen. No, was it the other way around? Was it a clutch 3 by the Heat? Was it Bosch? No, it was the other way around. It was the Heat that did it to the Spurs. So yes, because someone took a shot. I think they were down by 2. Someone took a shot, missed it. It hit off the rim. Maybe it was LeBron that went up there and got the ball and dished it out to Chris Bosh on the perimeter, and he like drained it with like no time left, and they won it. And then they went on to Game 7, and then they end up winning that game. But it was the Heat that did it, not the other way around. Yeah. Oh, that was one of those great moments. And I remember because I had just had surgery on my knee, so I was like there with my leg put up, and all I could do was watch TV. And it was an amazing moment. That should have been in my top 5, but it gets a belated honorable mention.
Soccer's life.
Yeah, ball is life, bro.
All right. So
So
yeah.
yeah,
So hey man, congratulations, LeBron, man. That's
yes,
even though neither of us watched it.
yeah. Hey, congrats. No, I saw game 4. I mean,
Oh, did you see
game
game four?
7. I saw game
The
7.
seven,
No, 6.
six,
Sorry.
six. It
Yeah,
was game 6.
game 6. I saw it. But yeah, the rest of the playoffs, the rest of the season, didn't really watch. But congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah. All right.